大家晚上好。母亲节快乐。我的美小
李老师，
哎，你好。
大家好。
母亲节快乐，好。
母亲节快乐，
老师好。
哎，大家都母亲节快乐。看看，我来看一下视频。我早上才起来，还没有洗漱。母亲节快乐！
母亲节快乐，老师。
好，我们开始哈。
好的。
好，我们看一下须玛塔西的照片。把注意力放到内在，感受内在的连接，手上，我们的头顶。让我们一起来提升能量，画盘单。萨瑞伽玛帕达尼萨，萨瑞伽玛帕达尼萨萨。 Sahasrara Swadhisthana Nabivoid Anahata Vishuddhi Agya Sahasrara Jai Shri Mataji。右手在泡脚水上方，顺时针方向给能量。让我们向海神须萨穆特 Devata 致敬。Om Tvamiva Saksha须萨穆特 Devata Saksha须阿迪 Shakti Mataji须念玛那 Devi Namo Namaha。好，我们将脚放入泡脚水中。注意力来到我们的根轮。Shri Ganesha Saksha Om Tvamiva Saksha Shri Ganesha Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmana Devi Namo Namaha。母亲，请唤醒我们根轮中所有须根内下的力量，请唤醒我们内在的纯真和神的明辨力。请去除我们灵性深进道路上的一切障碍。双手朝向大地，感受与大地母亲的连接，感恩大地母亲为我们创造的一切。大地母亲，请彻底的洁净我们，请保持我们在平衡和平安的状态。 左手放回到腿上，掌心向上，右手继续朝向大地。母亲，请平衡我们的左脉。右手放到我们的左边脖子和肩膀连接的地方。母亲，我一点也不内疚，我一点也不自责。Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmana Devi Namo Namaha。好，右手放回到腿上，掌心向上。左手朝向天空。母亲，请平衡我们的右脉，请彻底的凉化我们的肝脏，请给予我们纯洁的注意力。左手放回，双手掌心向上。注意力来到我们的中脉。母亲，请平衡我们的中脉，保持我们在当下。注意力轻轻来到头顶。感受一下有没有 也需要特别的清洁，特别的清理。感受你左手的各个手指，右手的各个手指。我们来清洁一下额轮，右手放到后脑勺。母亲，请原谅我们犯下的所有过错，有意或者无意犯下的所有过错，请原谅我们。右手放在右边的太阳穴。母亲，请去除所有有害的制约，请清空我的超我。Shri Mahavira Sakshat Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Mahavira Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmana Devi Namo Namaha。右手放回，左手放到我们的左边的太阳穴。母亲，请去除我们的自我，请让我们成为谦逊的人。Shri Buddha Sakshat Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Buddha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmana Devi Namo Namaha。左手也放回，右手放到我们的前额，头稍稍向下低。母亲，我原谅所有的人，我也原谅我自己。Shri Jesus Mary Mata Sakshat Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nyamana Devi Namo Namaha。母亲，你真正是许 Jesus， 许 Mary， 请打开我们的额轮。好，我们用右手按摩一下头顶，我们的顶轮。好，然后将右手放回，注意力放在头顶，完全的放松，完全的交托。 冲一下脚。顺时针方向画几个圈在水面上，将水放到一旁，然后擦一下脚。我们找一个舒服的坐姿坐好。我们来看许马太极的讲话。好，这篇讲话一样有字幕啊，我们来看字幕。
Today, I bow to all the Sahajogis who have found the truth. There has been, from ages, the seeking for the truth. And when people discovered that there's no other way but to surrender to the divine, that you can find the truth, they did not know how to do it, how to work it out. There have been seekers all over the world. I went to Turkey and I was amazed. There have been lots of Sufis, but their disciples were not realized souls. Because the Sufis also did not know how they got their realization. Such darkness existed around people who were seeking. All over the world, I find, when I was a little girl, that they are completely ignorant about how to find the truth. So many were lost in all kinds of so-called religions and rituals. All kinds of rituals they used to do. Morning till evening, some sort of a ritual they would do. Whether they were Hindus, Christians, Muslims, they all believed that by doing all these rituals, you will achieve something, that you will know the truth, that you will get your self-realization. All such seekers went to wrong people and to wrong directions because they were really seeking from their heart. So they were very misleading, and they were misled into such horrible black areas that they did not know what they were seeking, what they are supposed to seek, what they have to have. It has been prophesied that when Kali Yuga will come, people will find themselves. This is
卡利 Yoga， 用佛教的语言可以说是末法时代。
story about Nala, and Kali, who had taken away the wife, Damayanti of Nala. So once Nala caught hold of him, and he said that now I am going to kill you because you are a very mischievous man and you have done such a harm to me. So the Kali said, you can kill me, but before that you should know what is my importance, what is my mahatma. And my importance is that when my time will come, when Kali Yuga will come, then all those people who are seeking the truth in the jungles, in the hills and dales, in the Himalayas, will become ordinary householders. They'll be householders. They won't be sannyasis going about. They'll be householders and they will find the truth. This is being prophesied long time back, and also there's a book about it, a book, as you must have read in the book, which says that the time has come for people to know themselves. Every religion has said one thing, that you must know yourself. Islam says the same, Buddha says the same, Christians say the same, Hindus say the same. So till then, they go on doing all kinds of acrobats. But they realize that we haven't found the truth. So it came to my lot. From my childhood I knew I had to do it. But when I saw the human beings, how much in darkness they were about themselves, how aggressive and how sinful they were. All their style was so cruel that it was unbelievable. That was the time also I saw Hitler coming up, and our country also was in complete bondage. So the first thing was to make our country free. It was very important, and that's why I took a very, very active role in the movement that was for the freedom of our country. Same with my father, mother. But when we got the freedom, somehow, after some time, we got lost. People started taking to all kinds of modern things which were wrong, which were so-called entertaining. With all that, I found all over the world there was a big seeking force, and some false people took full advantage of it. They went out, made lots and lots of money, and with their falsehood they cursed them. I don't know what they did to them. So many seekers were lost like that. Despite that, I went to America and I was shocked how the things were going on there. But I couldn't help it because they were so mentally ill-equipped. They could not understand what they have to have, and you can't pay for the truth. Then it happened that I had started it after the Sahasrara was broken. And you know the story, how I broke the Sahasrara and how from one person I started giving realization. But from America I got very disappointed. I was thinking, how will it grow, how will it work out? We had about 25 people who were realized soul by them in India. But they realized what they have got by realization. They realized that they have become very good people. They have given up all bad habits and they were wanting to worship me. I said, no, don't worship me, because people will not understand. But they one day forced me. So on our terrace of the house, they came and worshipped me because somebody had told them this is the goddess. So what had happened was, after the program, one maid servant came up who was possessed. And she came and she started calling me by the name of goddess. So people said, what are you saying? She was a woman but talking like a man. So she said, I'm telling you the truth. She is the goddess who has come to save us. Her language was not that of a maid servant, but of a very well educated Brahmin who would say all Adi Shankaracharya's sutras. It was very surprising. So they asked her several questions and then she just fainted. So I told them, just don't listen to her, it's no use. But they would not agree and they said, Mother, we have to worship. So somehow I agreed to that. And they got hold of 7 Brahmins to do that. They were afraid because to do that puja is very dangerous and it could harm you if it is not the truth. But on the contrary, when they were doing the puja, they got their realization. And they just said, no, this is the truth. They felt the cool breeze in their hand. All the symptoms told about a realized soul started. But I didn't want to say everything at that time because there were many others who were saying, I'm this, I'm that. So I didn't want to expose it altogether. But gradually I found that people got attracted and they used to come to my program. And then the Sahaja started spreading all over in a very interesting manner. So this Sahasrara day, or we can solve the day when the Sahasrara was opened out, is a very important. It's very subtle. We just know about the Kundalini, that she's coiled up in 3.5 and she's lying in the triangular bone known as sacrum. But we don't know what she works, how she works, what happens to us. She rises in 6 centers and breaks the 7th, I should say breaks the 6th center. Because Ganesha's center doesn't play any role. So when she breaks the 6th center, which is the Sahasrara, then she connects you to the all-pervading power of divine love. But what is this divine love? What does this do? It is the energy of the mother. We can say it is the energy of Adi Shakti, which is all over, works through vibrations. But what are these vibrations? It's a very subtle energy that starts flowing through your sahasrara. All the 1,000 petals of the sahasrara get slowly enlightened and it starts flowing throughout your body, throughout your hands, feet, throughout your body. And the more you are, your attention is on the sahasrara, the more it works faster. Now in the science I've read that they have discovered an energy called, they call it, what do you call that? Because I was the scientist, forget this. What energy? Quantum, quantum energy. Quantum, I don't know why they call it quantum. Because quantum is 4. So it might be meaning the energy of Ganesha, maybe, I don't know. Because scientists are blind people, I don't know what they call what. So they are saying there's a quantum energy. Now this quantum energy, according to them, flows in a very subtle manner, and it is normally not visible, but it has light. You have seen that in so many photographs of mine, there's light of all kind. This energy moves in a light. So this is the quantum energy, I think, again. I am not very sure, because scientists are always found them a little bit vague. But this quantum energy they are talking about is something like the spiritual energy or the energy of love, which flows around. And this quantum energy, they do not know what it does, but they have seen it has got light. They call it quantum because according to them, it flows in bundles, and every bundle is a quanta, according to them. Now this energy, when it flows, as you have seen yourself, it works. It works in every direction, in every dimension. For example, it works physically. Supposing you have some physical ailment. You have seen many people get cured in my presence. Just in my presence. I need not do anything to them. Or also, as soon as I see somebody, I know what he's suffering from. That's also, I must say, my connection with the divine. And that tells me what's wrong with what person and what should be done. And it can be cured in no time. Because that also comes to me just like that. I don't ask any questions. I don't try to find out. I do not analyze. But it just says, do like this. Or it also doesn't say, it just does. It just works automatically. It is very difficult to explain how this energy works. But all of you who have got realization can also work out your own energies. How? By releasing it, by feeling it, by giving it to others, by experimenting. Of course, Sahaja Yoga has spread because of you only. You are the people who have brought people to Sahaja Yoga. But that's not the end of it. We have to save this world. For that, at least, I feel 40% of people should get their realization. Whatever may be their nationality, whatever may be their education, anything. They are to be given self-realization. In our Indian scriptures is clearly written, without Atma Sakshatkar, your life is useless. But what is Atma Sakshatkar? Is the knowledge about yourself. How can you have that knowledge unless and until you become one with this all-pervading power? So it was a very great thing I felt that this Sahasrara I could open in 1970. I realized I was overwhelmed because I knew this is the only trouble, it is the only obstacle human beings are having. Because their sastraras are not open, that's why they are going in the darkness. That's where they are having wars. That's why they are having all kinds of problems. But if their sastrara opens, and if they become one with the divine power, all their problems will be solved. Every type of problem will be solved, and they'll be very happy people. I realized it, and I was very happy, I was overjoyed. But nobody understood me. I don't know, they thought I must be talking something nonsensical. Nobody understood it, what it is. Because even in the Shastras, it's not written about Kundalini so clearly. Only one great saint called Gyaneshwara wrote it in his book in the 6th chapter about the Kundalini. It's not so clear. Only he said that with the Kundalini you can get your awakening. Also you sing that song always, I've heard, which says that, "Oh Kundalini Mother, please be awakened." But nobody knows that what this Kundalini is and why are you singing that song. It was all in our country, people used to sing in the village so clearly. But nobody understood the meaning of it. Just they used to sing as some sort of a bhajan or could be some sort of a music concert. But nobody knew what it was talking about. It was such a misunderstanding about everything. And all these poets also who have written clearly about awakening, about realization, everything was just in the books. They would read one line of the book, then stop there. Another person would start another line, then he stops at another line point. Like that they were just reading. Same thing about all the scriptures. There was big misunderstanding created and was used for the purpose of their own self-interest. That is how we couldn't get people who understood what was self-realization. It was just for some money or from certain type of a position to get. People started big organizations, very big religious organizations. I don't know what to call them. But none of them were realized souls. For example, there was a great saint called Viditama who went to China. And he started a religion called Zen. Zen means dhyan. And he wanted to put Zen in such a manner that people become thoughtless. He made a big tank full of sand with patterns and put some stones. And he had said that to sit on the edge of this pond and just see, but don't think. People didn't understand what it was. Normally anybody would go there and say, "Oh, this looks like some ships in the sea," or all kinds of things. But nobody tried for thoughtless awareness. And I told some of them that this is for thoughtless awareness. They couldn't understand. Then we have also in Japan, Tao. He talked about the all-pervading power, which was Tao. And Lao Tse was the one who did. He has described saints, how the saints are, how they behave, how they talk, what is their mannerism, everything. But how you become a saint, nobody says. I think throughout there has been no description how to make a person into a saintly personality. So also in the 12th century, Jnaneshwara was in the 12th century. He talked about it and he said about it in his book, everything. Because it was a kind of a style that a guru should have only one disciple, who should give to one disciple realization, not to many. I don't know why, what made them such a law or a rule. And then it started in the 12th century, there were many saints who sang the praise of realization. And all of them thought that these rituals are no good, so they discarded rituals and this. But what was the thing that had to happen? Nobody knew. I have read all their lives. I've read afterwards also many saints who were there. But it seems nobody knew how to raise the Kundalini. This was the basic problem. They didn't know how to raise the Kundalini. While I think they didn't have that power, or maybe they had no knowledge. They talked about Kundalini all right, but they did not know how to raise the Kundalini. This is a very special power of spirituality. None of them have been able to say or tell you how to raise the Kundalini. Now you all have got this power, which is such a rare thing. All of you have got it. I don't see anybody who doesn't have that power to raise the Kundalini. You may not. You may be contented with yourself, but that's not a very good thing. If you have got your Sahasrara opened out, and if you know how to raise the Kundalini, you must go all out to give realization to people. Nothing is going to benefit people more than self-realization. No use doing other charities, giving money, giving this is of no use. Best thing is to go all out to see people who want their realization and to give them realization. I was very happy to see that they have started working it out on the gypsies. I have a special feeling for gypsies. For no fault of theirs, they are leading a very miserable life. And how the gypsies got the realization. You can see that you can give it to anyone who wants to have it. One thing is there, you cannot force on it. If they have a desire, a pure desire, they can get self-realization. So this day, I have to just say now, so many years have passed. I worked quite hard, day and night. And my only desire was that you people should take it seriously and work it out. Don't keep your realization to yourself. As many as people you can give realization, the greatest obligation will be on me and on God Almighty. Only thing is, you should try to give realizations to others. You will never make a mistake. You can never make a mistake because the Kundalini knows. She knows you. She knows you are a realized soul. She'll respect you. Even if you make mistakes, she'll correct it and she'll help you in every way. I am just I should say, a housewife who had no support from anyone. But I was sure that it's my job to find out how to break the Sahasrara. whatever way it is, outside doesn't matter. My job was to find out the breaking of Sahasrara, which I did. Now you also know that. So this is your job. And the scientists now will be coming around you to ask you questions, because they don't know what they are talking about is what we are already doing. So you are so powerful, all of you. But how many of you are really doing this work is the point. Today is a very important day. I want to tell you that you have to strengthen my hands. They say the goddess has 1,000 hands. But even the 1,000 hands are now asking that you come along with your 2 hands and work it out. It's very important what you have to do. All kinds of problems in this world, they come because of ignorance. Take it politics, take it any problem. And how it is solved is your power with the divine. I'll give you one simple example. That the Turkish people came and were begging of me, "Mother, you must come, you should not postpone." And this passport, my passport was a problem. I said, "The passport is not ready, how will I come?" But then I thought, why not? We'll have the passport also done. So passport was ready. And they wanted me to go to Turkey because they say the financial condition has gone down very much, the economy has gone down, absolutely we are ruined. I went there, I didn't do anything about it. Within 2 days, they announced $10 billion help from the World Bank. Now, I didn't talk to World Bank. I had nothing to do with them. I don't know. Then I said, no, maybe, you see, they are helping because you people are in such trouble. I said, but so many countries are. Why have they helped us only? I said, that's the point. So now, I was surprised in Turkey, there are only ladies mostly who are leaders, mostly. And they have done such a big job. So I want to see what you people are doing in your country. You may say that in my country, the people are hopelessly bad. Maybe. I don't say no. But still, there are places, there are pockets where you can go and talk to them, tell them. Especially the media you must handle.
Let's meditate for a few minutes. 母亲节快乐，学马太吉！感谢您给予我们的爱，所有的教导，请继续指导我们在我们的灵性升进道路上，让我们升到越来越高的境界，让我们可以获得完全的解放和自由。好，我们一起来提升能量花班单。好的，谢谢大家。大家母亲节有安排吗？
谢谢老师，
谢谢。哎，晚安。
晚安。